Okay, action! Good morning, afternoon, and evening to everyone watching this video. I am John Levin Bidad, and I will discuss about physics. So, what is physics? Well, they say physics is everywhere. It can be in there, there, or in here. But in reality, physics deals with the interaction of matter, force, and energy. Did you know? Modern physics are discovered in 1900 by Max Planck's discovery of black body radiation. Yes, that's right. Thus, all discoveries, principles, and inventions prior in 1900s are considered as classical physics, while those beyond 1900s are considered as modern physics. Yes, that's right. So let's move on to our topic. Now, the main purpose of this video is to discuss to you the 7 topics under physics that involve measurement, vectors, and motion in 1D and 2D. What is the 7 topics? The 7 topics are scientific notation, converting units, variance, parallelogram method, polygon method, triangle method, and component method. Now, I will discuss it to you one by one. Let's go. First, we have the scientific notation. Scientific notation is a convenient and widely used method of expressing large and small numbers. Any quantity may be expressed in the form of n times 10 raised to nth term, where n is any number between 1 and 10, and nth term is the appropriate power of 10. For example, so, let's move on sa example ng scientific notation. Sa given number 1, meron tayo diyang 700 million miles per second. So, lagi natin tatandaan na kapag mag-move tayo ng decimal point from right to left, the nth term will be positive. Pero naman kapag minove natin to left to right, the nth term will become negative. So, for example, number 1, 700 million. So, yung decimal point natin is nandito. I-move natin siya from right to left, so our nth term will be positive. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 decimal point yung na-move natin. So, ang magiging answer niya is 7. Saan nakuha yung 7? Dito. Times 10 raised to positive 8. Bakit positive? Kasi minove natin yung decimal point from right to left. And, yan na yung sagot natin. So, for the number 2, ang hinahanap ay 0.00000086 kilograms. So, ang gagawin naman dito natin is, i-move natin decimal point from left to right, so our nth term will be negative. So, let's solve. Equals, ito yung decimal point, i-move natin pa left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, ang magiging answer natin is 8.6. Kaya naging 0.6 na siya kasi minove natin yung decimal point, di ba? So, 8.6 times 10 raised to negative 7 kilograms. Bakit naging negative 7? Kasi 7 yung minove natin na decimal point and from left to right, so naging negative siya. So, ito na ang ating answer. Okay, next, we have the given number, example number 3. Ang given niya ay 7.5 times 10 raised to negative 7 kilograms. So, dito naman is, expand natin siya. So, ang una natin gagawin is, identify natin, di ba? Negative 7 siya. So, ang move natin is from left to right. So, itong ano natin, given natin, lagyan natin siya dito. 7.5 kilogram. And then, mag-move tayo ng 7 decimal point. Kasi, negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decimal point. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
So, ang magiging answer na natin, final answer is 0.000000075 kilograms. So, ayan na yung ating answer.
Next, we have the converting units. The simplest way to convert one unit to another is to form a conversion ratio, or equal to 1, with the desired unit on the numerator and the unit to be converted at the denominator. The original quantity is multiplied by this conversion ratio. Units may be multiplied or divided just like in ordinary algebraic factors. For example, sa number 1, meron tayong given na convert 77 km to meter. Ngayon, kakailanganan natin na gumamit ng calculator. Pero kung magaling ka sa math, kahit hindi ka na gumamit ng calculator. Pero mas maganda pa rin gumamit tayo ng calculator. First, ang una natin gagawin is analyze the problem. So, kung na-analyze mo na, good job. And then, next, let's magsulat na tayo solution. 77 kilometers is equals to, so, una natin gagawin is, let's expect 1 kilometer is equals to 1,000 meters. So, dito na tayong reciprocal, guys. 77 kilometer times 1,000 meter. And sa baba, ang ilalagay natin ang reciprocal nitong 77 kilometer, which is the 1 kilometer. Dito pala yung meter. Para ma-cancel out natin tong kilometers. Dito, kahit huwag nyo na siya lagyan ng 1, kasi may imaginary 1 naman talaga dyan. Pero sige, para hindi kayo magulan, lagyan natin. And then, cancel the kilometer, pwede i-cancel ito. Kilometer, pwede natin i-cancel yan. And then, meron pa ba? Wala na. So, 77 divided by 1 is equals to 77 pa rin. Kaya ganun pa rin siya. Times 1,000 divided by 1, 1,000 times 77 is equals to, wait lang, sulat muna natin. 1,000 meters is equals to 77,000 meters. So, ayan yung final answer natin. Or kaya naman, pwede natin dito i-apply yung scientific notation. So, yung meters natin ay pwede maging i-move natin yung ating decimal point na 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal point. 7.7 times 10, dahil right to left siya, positive yan. Ilan uli? 1, 2, 3, 4. Raised to 4. So, ayan. Pwede itong answer nyo, pwede rin to. So, next example, convert 18 gram to kilogram. Ulit, analyze muna natin yung problem. And then, let's write the solution. Yes, solution na agad. And then, let's expect, ganun pa rin, 1 kilogram is equals to 1,000 gram. So, ang gagawin na natin is, isulat na natin yung solution natin. 18 kilogram is equals to 18 kilogram. Sulat, 18 grams pala. Sorry guys. 18 grams over 1. Lagyan natin para hindi kayo malito. Times, ano yung reciprocal nitong 18 grams? Ano lalagyan natin sa baba? 1 kilogram or 1,000 grams? Tama, 1,000 grams ilagay natin sa baba. 1,000 grams. And then sa taas yung 1 kilogram. And then mag-cancel na lang ulit tayo. Cancel yung G, cancel yung G. And then it will give us 18 divided by 1, 18 times 1 kilogram and then 1,000. So, ito na, kailangan na natin dito ng calculator. 18, sulat nyo sa calculator, 18 times 1 equals 18, syempre. Divided by 1,000. So, ang magiging sagot dyan is 0.018 kilogram. So, ito na ang ating answer. Or, scientific notation natin, magiging ilan na? I-move natin to from left to right, so magiging negative ang ating end term, so magiging 1, 2.
1.8 times 10 raised to negative 2 kilogram. So, kahit ano dito sa dalawa yung maging answer nyo. So, for the next example, we have convert 17 centimeter to meters. First, analyze the problem. Second, write the solution. And then, let's expect 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. So, let's solve na. So, for this example, tuturuan ko kayo ng ibang way pa para ma-solve to. Mag-solve ng ganito. So, 17 centimeter equals to 17 centimeter, huwag natin lagay yung 1, times, ang reciprocal nito, 100 centimeter, lagay natin sa baba, and then 1m. And then, let's just cancel. So, 17 times 1, 17. And then, 17, itype nyo sa calculator, 17 divided by 100 is equals to 0.17 meters. Ito na ang ating answer. Or kapag ginawa natin yung scientific notation, move lang natin yung decimal point, so magiging 1.7 times 10 raised to negative 1 meter. So, yan lang yung answer natin.
Next, we have the uncertainty and error analysis. What is the difference between these two? Well, uncertainty refers to a lack of complete knowledge or certainty about situation, event, outcome, or information. It is also the concept in various fields, including science and decision making. In the other hand, error analysis is a process of examining and understanding the mistakes or inaccuracies in a system, process, measurement, calculation, or any other activity. It is commonly used in various fields for improvement and learning. Also, we have the accuracy versus precision. Accuracy refers to the closeness of a measured value to the expected or true value of a physical quantity, while precision represents how close or consistent the independent measurements of the same quantity are to one another. The third topic is the variance. Another way to estimate errors from multiple measurement of a physical quantity is to determine the variance of the set of measurements. The variance measures the square deviation of each number in the set from the mean. For example, for the example number 1 of variance, the student measured their bias screen time in a music video. The student came up with the following measurement of screen time: 5.3 seconds, 7.4 seconds, 5.2 seconds, 6.3 seconds, and 4.3 seconds. Determine the mean, variance, and standard deviation of the problem. Okay, so we have the givens. And ang hahanapin natin ay ang mean, variance, and standard deviation. First, hanapin muna natin yung mean. And the solution. For A, we have the formula of x na may linya sa taas equals yan over n. I-explain ko sa inyo. Itong e tapos parang ex na to, ito yung mga given which is the seconds, yung mga 5.3 seconds. And then ito namang n kung ilan yung number kung ilan yung given natin. Okay, so isulat na natin. 5.3s plus 7.4s plus 5.2s plus 6.3s and plus 4.3s. Kita nyo? And then over 5 is equals to, kung ano yung nasagot natin dyan, di ba na-complete natin ito? 5.3 plus 7.4. And then i-divide natin siya sa 5.
And then kapag na-divide na natin, kung ano yung kalabasan, ayun na yung mean natin or yung answer natin sa letter A. So, we need uli the calculator. Kailangan uli natin calculator. So, let's compute. 5.3 plus 7.4 plus 5.2 plus 6.3 plus 4.3 equals 28.5. And then, let's divide it by 5. Makakuha tayo ng, wait lang, diba? 28.5 over 5. And then, let's divide it. We have 5.7 seconds. Seconds. Don't forget the seconds, guys, ah. So, ayan na yung answer natin. And then, for the letter B, ang gagawin natin is mean squared equals yung E x minus 1 over 5. Okay, explain ko itong letter B. Ito naman sa letter B natin, yung answer na itong mga given minus itong answer natin squared, tas i-squared natin, and then divide ulit natin sa 5. Okay, para mas maintindihan nyo, gagawin ko. 5.3s minus yung answer nating 5.7s plus 7.4s minus 5.7, yung answer uli natin. Squared pala guys, sorry nakalimutan ko. Plus 5.2s minus 5.7s squared plus 6.3s minus 5.7s. Kita nyo? Squared plus 4.3s minus 5.7s squared over 5. So, kung yung calculator nyo is yung mumurahin lang, yung hindi original, ang gagawin nyo muna is pag-minusin nyo muna yung nasa loob. Pero kung original calculator nyo, pwede nyo na ipagsabay-sabay. Pero dahil ako, normal calculator lang meron ako, uunahin ko muna pag-minusin yung mga nasa loob. So, equals 5.3 minus 5.7 negative 0.4 squared plus 7.4 minus 5.7, we have 1.7 squared plus 5.2 minus 5.7, we have negative 0.5 squared plus 6.3 minus 5.7, we have 0.6 squared plus itong natin 4.3 minus 5.7, we have negative 1.4 squared over 5. And then after nyan guys, i-ano natin sila, i-squared na natin sila. So negative 0.4 squared is 0.16 plus 1.7 squared 2.89 plus negative 0.5 squared 0.25 plus 0.6 squared 0.36. Mentalin ko na lang guys Pero pwede nyo rin i-calculator para mas masundan nyo. Negative 1.4 squared is 1.96. Tama ba? Yes, tama. Over 5. So, compute na natin. Ipag-plus-plus na natin itong mga nasa taas. 0.16 plus 2.89 plus 0.25 plus 0.36 plus 1.96 is equals to 5.62. 5.62 seconds over 5 pa rin, guys. And then, pagkatapos yan, i-divide natin siya sa 5. We have 1.124 equals 1.124. Ito na yung answer natin sa letter B. O, di ba ang haba, guys? So, ang importante talaga dito is masundan talaga yung bawat number. Tapos, once na namali ka sa isang number, mali na talaga lahat. S squared. So, lagyan pa natin siya ng squared, guys, kasi kailangan. For the letter C, the mean equals E x minus x Yan, 2 over n. So, ito yung letter C natin. Ang gagawin natin sa letter C is, parang dito rin sa letter B, itong letter B na to, itong full na letter B na to, i-square root lang natin siya, guys. So, para madali, ang gagawin ko na lang is ito. Di ba, ang answer natin dito is itong 1.124. So, 1.124 s squared, ano na natin siya, square root na lang natin siya. So, magiging the square root of 1.124 is equals to 1.06 na siya yung answer natin. Second. So guys, ginanto ko na lang siya para mas madalian na tayo, para hindi na ulit tayo mag-solve ng ganito. Kasi ang answer din naman dyan ito. Ay, ito lang din. So answer natin sa letter C is 1.06 second. Next example, we have Anson, Sean, Gab, MJ, and Louie is competing about who's the longest in to hold breath in water. Ace computed the time. Anson got 13.3 s. Sean got 16.4 second. Gab got 15.9 second. MJ got 17.8 second. And Louis got 15.0 second. Determine or find the mean, variance, and standard deviation of this random situation. So, katulad lang din siya ng kanina, ang una natin gagawin muna is the letter A, the mean. Kita nyo? The mean. Isulat natin yung mga given. Ay, yung ano muna, formula. Yan. Yan yung formula natin, di ba? Then, isulat na natin yung mag-substitute tayo. 13.3 s plus 16.4 s plus 15.9 s plus 17.8 s plus 15.0 s over 5. Ilan ka sila? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5. Equals, so, i-compute natin. 13.3 plus 16.4 plus 15.9 plus 17.8 plus 15.0 is equals to, tama, 78.4 s. 78.4 s over 5. So, ang total niyan, kita nyo ba? 78.4 s. So, 78.4 s divided by 5 is equals to 15.68 seconds. Yan yung answer natin, guys. Sa letter A. And then sa letter B, isulat natin muna yung ating formula. The mean squared is equals to EX over N. Ay, sorry. Tama. X minus X2. Yan. So, isulat na natin ang i-substitute. Yan, i-substitute na natin. 13.3s minus yung answer natin, 15.68. Ganun lang din, yung given natin, tapos minus nyo sa answer natin. And then, squared. Plus 16.4 s minus 1568 s squared plus 15.9 s minus 15.68 s squared plus 17.8 s minus 15.68 s squared plus 15.0 minus 15.68 s squared. Kita nyo ba guys? Or magulo na masyado? Basta yung ginawa lang din natin kanina. The given minus the answer, then over 5. O, diba? Pagulo na pagulo ha. Palay na palay, pagulo na pagulo. Don't worry guys, madadalian lang talaga kayo kung makikinig kayo ng maayos sa maestro nyo or sa teacher nyo. Next, pagkatapos nyan, i-compute na natin. 13.3 minus 15.6 equals, wait lang, 13.3. So, unahin muna natin guys, kung original yung ano nyo, yung calculator nyo, pwede nyo na ito computein lahat. Pero kung ordinary lang, isa-isahin muna natin. Yung minus muna unahin natin. So, negative 2.38 squared, 16.4 minus 15.67.72. Ay, lagyan pa natin ng plus. Plus 15.9 minus 15.68, 0.22. 17.8 minus 15.68, 2.12. Plus, ano yung last? 15.0 minus 15.68? Of course, negative yan. 68. 0.68 squared. And then, sunod na natin, i-squared na natin. Tara na. Negative 2.38 squared is equals to 5.6644 plus 0.72 squared is equals to 0.5184. Yan. Guys, hindi ko ito minimental, guys. Ano na to? Nakasulat na to kasi basta yan, i-ano nyo lang. 0.22 squared is equals to 0.0484 plus 2.12 squared is equals to 4.4944 and then negative 0.68 squared 0.4624 and then over, huwag natin kalimutan, over 5. And then guys, ipag-plus-plus na natin to lahat. 5.6644 plus 0.5184 plus 0.0484 plus 4.4944 plus 0.4624 is equals to 11.188 over 5. So, i-compute na natin to. 11.188 over 5 is equals to 2.2376 s squared. So, ayan na ang sagot natin. Kita nyo? And then, for the letter C, ganun lang din para hindi na tayo mahirapan. Sulat lang yung formula. So, ito yung formula natin, di ba? So, total, itong letter B, ganito lang din naman gagawin natin sa letter C, pero lalagyan na natin ng square root. Ang sagot nito is, ito, di ba? 2.2376. Square root lang natin yan. And makakuha tayo ng 1.49s. So, ito na yung final answer natin for the problem number 2. Okay, so in example number 3, ang given is, Tesan do a plank exercise every day. He came up and always checked the time he last. On Monday, he got 15 seconds. Tuesday, 17 seconds. Wednesday, he got 20 seconds. Thursday, he got 30 seconds. Friday, he got 50 seconds. Saturday, he got 48 seconds. And Sunday, he got 60 seconds. So, let's solve for mean, variance, and standard deviation. First, let's solve muna ang mean solution. Yung formula natin, x plus yan, equals. Then, i-substitute na natin yung mga given. 17 seconds plus 20 seconds plus 30 seconds plus 50 seconds plus 48 seconds plus 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Ay, 15 seconds pa pala. Sorry, 15 seconds plus, ayan, 15 seconds plus 17 seconds plus 20 plus 30 plus 50 plus 48 plus 60 over, ilan sila? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is equals to, so we need calculator. Reason why calculator. 15 plus 17 plus 20 plus 30 plus 50 plus 48 plus 60 is equals to 240 over 7 is equals to 34.28. 34. 34.28 or pwede namang 34.3. Yan. And then next, ito na yung ating letter A. Oh my God, nakalimutan ko naman yung seconds. Guys, huwag niyo makalimutan yung seconds kasi ako nakakalimutan ko. So, sa letter B na tayo, the mean squared is equals to E x minus x over n. So, dito na tayo sa mahaba ulit. So, 15, i-substitute na natin. 15s minus 34.3s plus 17s 34 plus 20s minus 34.3s plus 30s minus 34.3s plus, dito sa baba, 50s minus 34.3s squared. Okay na ako. Plus 48s minus 34.3s squared and 60s minus 34.3s. So, let's solve it manual by manual. Over 7 bala. Isa-solve ko manual by manual para go tayo dyan. Ay, siya. 15 minus 34.3 equals negative 19.3. Negative 19.3 squared plus 17 minus 34.3, negative 17.3. Next, 20 minus 34.3, 14.3 squared. Nakalimutan ko talaga. Negative 14.3 squared plus 30 minus 34.3, 4.3 squared plus 50 minus 34.3, 50 minus 34.3 is equals to 15.7 squared. 30 minus 34.3. Ay guys, negative 4.3 pala to. Sorry, my fault. Plus 15.7. Diba? 48 na tayo. 48 minus 34.3. 13.7. Positive 13.7 squared. And 60 minus 34. 25.7. 25.7 squared. Over 7 equals. Okay, so, squared na natin siya. Negative 19.3 squared. 372.49 plus negative 17.3. 299.29. 14, negative 14.3 squared. 204.49 plus negative 4.3. 18.49. 15.7 squared. 246.49. 13.7 squared. 187.69. And then 25.7 squared. 660.49 divided by 7. And then equals, pagplasin na natin lahat-lahat yan. Ito guys, be careful talaga kasi once na magkamali ka, mali na lahat. 372.49 plus 299 plus 299.29 plus 204.49 plus 18.49 plus 246.49 plus 187.69 plus 660.49 is equals to 1,989.43 over 7. And then let's compute this. 1,989.43 divided by 7 equals 284.2042857. Ito yung answer natin, guys. O, di ba ang haba? Kasi ang dami rin natin inano. So, next na tayo sa letter C, which is standard deviation. Yung ano natin, formula, standard deviation equals, ibasa ko dito, bakit kaya? x minus n. So, ayun nga sinasabi ko sa inyo, para mas madalian tayo, hindi na uli natin ito gagawin. Ang gawin na lang natin is, yung answer natin sa letter B is i-square root natin, which is itong 284.204,2857. Square root lang natin yan. Tingnan natin answer. Square root of 284.7042857 is equals to, ito na answer guys. Ito yung final answer. 16.87. Yan na yun. Yay! Ulit, ang min natin, 34.3 seconds. Ano natin, S to S. Ang letter B natin, which is variance natin, is 284.2042857 S squared. And then, ang ating standard deviation is 16.87 seconds. Yan guys.
We have the parallelogram method. The steps in determining the resultant of two vectors using the parallelogram method are outlined below. Two vectors A and B are used for this analysis. In this picture, you can see the steps of how to or paano gawin ang parallelogram method. First, using a suitable scale, draw the arrows representing the vectors from a common point A, and then construct a parallelogram using the two vectors R sides, A and B. Number 3, draw the diagonal of the parallelogram from the common point. This represent the resultant R. Itong red na nakikita nyo, ayan yung ating hinahanap, which is the resultant vector. Measure the length of the arrow representing the resultant and from the scale use, determine its magnitude. Determine the direction of the resultant vector using a protractor. So, ang hinahanap natin dito for this problem is the resultant vector, which is pagkukonikin natin yung buntot ng letter A, ng vector A sa vector B. So, ganun lang siya. Para makuha natin yung resultant vector, as you can see in the picture. For example, number 1, Myung and Jaeyoon are walking in different ways. Myung is walking 2.0 n directed to the north, and Jaeyoon is 3.0 n directed to the south. Find the resultant vector using the parallelogram method.
Sa mga gantong problems and mga pagsasolve, kailangan na natin ng ruler, protractor, and the different colors of ballpen. So, sabi dito, una natin gagawin is gumawa muna tayo ng Cartesian plane. Gawa muna tayo ng cross. Tungga. Yan. And then, let's alamin natin kung nasa nakatutok yung north, east, west, south. So, may tip na ibibigay sa inyo para mabilis yung malaman. Yung kung nasan yung north, east, west, and south. Ang gawin nyo is the news method. The news method is pa-zigzag siya. Yung north nasa taas, east nasa gilid, and yung west ay nasa isang gilid, and s ay nasa baba. So, ayun yung tinatawag na news method para mas mabilis niyo matandaan kung nasan yung mga direction. So, sinasabi dito, ang hinahanap natin dito is, wait lang, the unknown is resultant vector. Okay. So, sabi dito, si Myung ay 2.0 n north. O, pa-north siya. So, pataas siya. Kasi nga, pa-north siya. Okay, okay. Then, sa pinakatuktok ng linya, lagyan natin siya ng arrow. Arrow lang. Yan, arrow. And then, sabi naman dito, si Jaeyoon naman, naglalakad siya ng 3.0 and 30 degrees of north of east. Paano yan? So, una, markahan muna natin ng 3.0 n. Kung tatlong linya. Kasi doon siya, tatlong linya siya nalakad. And then, 30 degrees from north of east siya. So, gagamitin natin yung protractor natin. And then, ang ano dito, ang 30 degrees hanapin natin. Ito yung 30 degrees. And then, paano to gamitin? Ilapag natin siya sa Cartesian plate natin. And, hanapin ko nasan yung 30 degrees, which is ito. And then, markahan natin siya. And dito na natin ilalagay yung 30 degrees north of east. Andito yung 30 degrees. Tatlo. 1, 2, 3. Yan, dyan lang. Hindi ko tinodo dito kasi andito lang naman yung, natin 3.0 lang naman daw And then, hanapin na natin yung resultant vector. So, para mahanap natin, and para mas clear, gamit tayo ng ibang ballpen. Dapat, yung sa taas nito, ay wait lang, sorry guys, nakalimutan ko lagyan natin ng arrow. Yan. Itong gagawin natin is, parehas lang din siya. Dapat 30 degrees lang din siya sa taas, and 3.0 n lang din siya. Dapat pantay-pantay lang para makuha natin yung resultant vector. So, gamitan ulit natin siya dito. 30 degrees. Ito ito. And then, tatlo. 1, 2. Ilagay natin siya sa broken line para, And then, dito naman, pantay dapat siya, dapat 2n lang din siya. So, let's see kung pantay. And yes, guys, pantay siya. Oh my gosh, tama-tama. I-broken line lang din natin siya. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud. So good so far. So far, so good. And then, after that, dito na natin hanapin yung resultant vector. Yung resultant vector is kung ilan yung n na makukuha natin sa haba nito. So, let's see. So, ngayon gagamit tayo ng red ballpen para hindi naman tayo magkagulo-gulo dito. So, the resultant vector is 5. Kasi guys, look nyo kung imamarkahan nyo siya, naka-5 siya, nakatutok siya sa 5. Ayun 5. Yan. So, the resultant vector is 5. And the force A is here. And mu is here. And J yun is here. And our resultant vector is R is equals to 5. Yun lang. So, for the next example, guys, a helicopter is flying at 5.0 and traveling east to west 4.0. So, medyo tricky to guys kasi hindi tayo gagamit ng protractor or kasi walang degrees. So, una-una gagawa ulit tayo ng Cartesian plane. Siyempre. Okay. So, sabi dito, siyempre, flying, it means pataas siya. So, itong 5.0 is north to. 5.0n directed to north. Itong given kasi to, parang common sense siya. May common sense siyang kailangan gawin. So, let's, the news? Ilagay natin. And then, 5.0 directed to the north, 5n. So, 5 na naman. Alay, kulang. Aragoy. So, extend na lang natin to guys. Sorry na. Kasi nagkulang. So, 5 daw, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uy, sakto sa may isa. So, andito guys yung ating andito yung arrow natin guys sa 5. And then, sabi dito, 4.0n east to west. Paano yung east to west? Di ba, andito yung point of origin. East to west, papunta sa west tayo na 4 daw, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so, arrow. Yan. And then, para mabuo na yan, ang gagawin natin is pagdidikitin na natin. So, unahin muna natin to. Itaas natin siya sa 4 point. Sa 5 para magpantay sila po. And then, dito naman sa isa, gamit tayo ng blue ball pen pa rin. Ito naman is 4. 4 din siya. Bilangin natin lang, nag-ano yung kamay ko. 1. Ayun, 1, 2, 3, 4. Talagang pantay talaga siya. And then, para makuha natin yung resultant vector, gamit tayo ng red ball pen. Guguhitan lang natin siya from dyan hanggang dito sa point of origin natin. Oh my God. Ay, sorry, OA. Guys, the resultant vector natin is 6. Kasi tingnan nyo, from 0 to 6 siya. Kita nyo? Wait lang, lapit. Yan, from 0 to 6 siya. So, kapag sumobra sa inyo, okay lang din yan. Basta onting sobra lang, wag naman yung OA na sobrang-sobra. So, ayun guys, yung ating sagot. So, yung resultant force natin is 6. Or resultant vector, should I say. Okay, for the last example, we have the two forces, force A and force B, where force A is moving to 7.0 n directly to the south, and the force B is 8.0 n 30 degrees south of west. The unknown, yun pa rin, resultant vector. Ang una natin gagawin ulit, gumawa tayo ng tama, Cartesian plane. Kasi saan tayo magsusolve kung wala to? Yan, medyo laki natin kasi kailangan ng malaki dito. Tapos, yan. Ito yung point of origin natin, okay? So, first, 7.0 n south. So, punta tayo sa south. Ano ulit yung news natin? Yung direction? The news method. Yan. So, 7.0 n south. So, pababa tayo. Bilangin natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, dito yung arrow natin sa pang 7. Guys, tip ko lang pala kasi iba't iba kasi yung measure ng ating mga ruler. So, baka magkamali kayo ng mga bilang-bilang. Kasi meron, itong 1020 nakalagay talaga sa kanya is 1, 2, 3, 4. Sa akin kasi 1020, hindi ko alam kung bakit. Pero ito kasi nabili ko. And then, 8.0 n 30 degrees south of west. So, kailangan natin ng protractor. Total south of west, saan makikita yung south of west? Sa gitna ng west and south. Dito, isang kalahati and then 30 degrees cut. So, kailangan natin protract here. And then, the 30 degrees is here. Yan. So, let's measure na. First is, 8 muna. Measure natin yung 8. Uy, magulo ba? Sorry Pero, maintindihan nyo rin ito talaga. 7, 8. And then, balitarin ko lang guys para makita ko. And then, 30 degrees. Yan. Hanggang dito. Ay, hanggang sa 1, 2, 3. So, hanggang dito lang pala siya. Sorry. My fault, my fault. So, ito na ang ating arrow. Yan guys, andyan yung ating arrow. Yung isa, di ba, sa south, 7 south. And then yung isa naman, dito sa 30 degrees, 8 and south of west. So, next na gagawin natin, ipag-meet up na natin silang dalawa. So, ano mas madali sa inyo, nakaganyan or nakaganto? Kasi para sa akin, mas madadalian ako kung nakaganto. Kayo, guys, it depends on you. So, ngayon, gagamit tayo ng blue ball pen. Tapos, gamit ulit tayo ng protractor kasi kailangan daw ng 30 degrees para pantay sila. Dito. And then, 8. Dito ulit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yan, guys. Andyan yung ating, of course, ating arrow. And then, ipag-connectin na natin tong dalawa. Wait lang. Ay, sorry, hindi pantay na. I'm so sorry, guys. Please be considerate. Considerate. Tas yan. And then, pagpantayin na natin silang dalawa. Yan. Nag-meet up sila, di ba? O, nag-meet up sila sa taas. And then, find na natin ang resultant vector. Kasi ito si force A. Sana. Ito si force A, ito si B, at ito naman ang ating resultant vector. Our resultant vector will be, wait lang. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Guys, 14. Our R is 14. Resultant vector is 14. So, guess nyo lang. Ganyan lang siya, guys. Para mas maintindihan nyo, kung saan nakatutok si force A sa south or south of west, ganon, sundan nyo lang. And then, gamitan nyo lang ng protractor for guide and also ruler for guidance also. So, ganun lang siya, guys. Hindi siya mahirap gawin kung makikinig ka. Madali siyang gawin kung makinig ka. Ganun lang siya, guys. So, for our example number 3, our resultant vector is 14.
Next, the fifth topic is the polygon method. The polygon method is also known as the tip-to-tail method. This method is more convenient than the parallelogram method, when more than two vectors are to be added graphically. For example, for example number 1, we have, you are in a maze. To go in a finish line, you need to walk 7m south and 9m east. Then you need to go 5m south of west and 3m west. Solve this problem using polygon method.
So, for example number 1, guys. Nasa maze daw tayo. So, isulat muna natin yung mga given. Wait lang. So, for our example number 1, 7m south, 9m east, 5m south of west, and 3m west. So, ang masasabi ko lang, guys, yung polygon method, mas madali siya kaysa sa mga susunod na topic talaga natin. Yun lang. So, ang una natin gagawin, kung sa parallelogram method, ang ginawa natin is, hinanap natin yung resultant vector gamit yung dalawang line. Dito naman is, duktong-duktong yung gagawin natin. So, move na tayo sa example para mas maintindihan mo. Okay, so first, go ulitan ng Cartesian plane. Mas lakihan natin ngayon kasi kailangan natin ng malaking space. So, same pa rin. News method. Okay. So, first, dito muna tayo sa ating point of origin. And then, sabi dito, in a maze, to go in a finish line, you need to walk 7m south. So, pababa tayo. Pupunta tayo sa baba para makapunta tayo sa finish line. Gamitin pa rin natin ang ating ruler and ang centimeters. Wait lang. 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, andito na tayo sa south. Kulitan natin. And then, sabi dito, di ba andito na tayo sa south? And then, punta tayo sa 9m east. Saan ba yung east? Di ba nasa gilid? So, punta tayo dito. From dito, move lang tayo ng 9 centimeters para makapunta tayo sa east. Kailangan pantay, guys, ha? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, dito tayo, guys, umistop sa 9. So, andito na tayo. Tapos tayo sa 1, A, B. labelan natin, guys. A equal to 7M south. And then sa letter B, 9M east. And then for the letter C, punta daw tayo sa south of west. So, saan yung south of west? Ang layo na lalakbay natin kasi andito yung south of west. No, ang ibig sabihin yung south of west, baba lang tayo dito ng pag ganon. Ipahiga lang natin siya kasi yun yung south of west natin. Tapos, 5 daw sa south of west. Gamitan pa rin natin siya ng ruler and then ano na tayo? Sukat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5M south of west. And then, lagyan natin ng arrow. Yan, guys. Gets nyo ba? Nakakasunod lang kayo? O, ulitin ko 7M south, bumaba tayo. And then, 9M east, pumagilid tayo, papunta sa east. And then, 5M south of west, bumaba tayo ng pagilid. And then, labelan natin. And then, lastly, 3M west. So, kapag sa 3M west, diretsuhin na natin to. So, sukat ulit tayo. 1, 2, 3. So, ito. Yan. And then, after nyan, guys, need na natin uli ng, wait lang, labelan lang natin. And then, yung last na gagawin natin, from point of origin hanggang dito sa last nating direction, i-connect natin and ayun ang ating magiging resultant vector or ayun yung ating sagot sa ating example. 10. So, bali 10 siya, guys. Yan. Ganyan lang. Ganyan lang siya kadali, guys. Connect lang talaga. So, for our resultant vector, we have the 10M. Yan. Kasi guys, ulitin ko kung makikita nyo, from 0 to 100 or 0 to 10, ayun yung ating resultant vector or ayun yung hinahanap natin. So, ganyan lang siya kadali guys, yung polygon method, dugtong-dugtong lang. So, number 2. Mika and Ella caught robbing a house. So, they decided to run to avoid being caught by police. They ran 2M east, 4M south, 6M south of west, 4M west, and 3M north. Solve this problem using polygon method. Okay, so meron tayong Mika and Ella. They robbing and they run. Isulat na natin yung mga given. They run 2M east, 4M south, letter C, we have 6M south of west. Letter D, we have 4M west. And letter E, we have 3M north. So, saan kaya sila makakarating yan? So, let's solve it. Una, gawa pa rin tayo ng Cartesian plane. Makikita ba kung merong ganito? Kasi nasa likod na lang tayo nag-solve para tipid sa papel. Ganyan. So, habaan pa rin natin, syempre, para to make sure na kasya. And then, don't forget the news or the north, east, west, and south. Okay, so let's move on. So, ang una nating solve is the letter A, which is 2M east pa is tayo. So, from point of origin, punta tayo sa east ng 2 beses. Okay. 1, 2, yun na yun. 2. And then, 4, liberan natin para hindi tayo maguluhan. 2M east. And then, 4M south. Pababa tayo ng 4 or 4 meters. Yung M, guys, meters yan ha. Baka malito kayo. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Yan. So, for our letter B, 4M south. Kita nyo? So, 2 pa east, 4 na pa south, and then, duktungan natin ng 6M from south of west. South of west. So, pagilid tayo ng 6 na meter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, andito na tayo sa south of west. Letter C. 6M south of west. And then, dugtungan pa natin yan kasi pumunta daw tayo ng 4M sa west. 4 meter pa west. Tumakbo ulit sila ng 4 meter pa west. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, dito. And then, di pa sila nagtatapos tumakbo. Dahil sa last direction, pumunta sila ng 3M north or 3 meters sa north. Saan yung north? Sa taas. So, pataas tayo ngayon. 1, 2, 3. Yan. So, anong last natin gagawin? Ipagkoconnect na natin yung point of origin. Ay, wait lang. Sorry, hindi ko na-label. 4M west and letter E. 3M north. Okay, so, ang last na gagawin natin is pagduktungin na natin yung point of origin and yung last na direction na pinagpuntahan natin. So, and bilangin nyo na rin para isahan na lang. Okay. So, ayan na. Ayan na yung sagot natin. And ang our resultant vector natin or ang answer natin is 0 is 8, guys. 8. 8 yung resultant vector natin kasi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, guys, yung resultant vector natin. So, ganyan lang siya kadali, guys. Pagdugtong-dugtungin lang. Okay, guys. Sa last example, medyo mahaba-haba. You are up early to go on a jogging. You jog 5.0 meters south and 12.0 meter east. Then you decided to jog farther and go 4.0 m southwest and 6.0 m west. How far are you now from your starting point and in what direction? Would you have arrived at the same spot had you taken the step in this order? 12.m east, 4.m southwest, 5.0 south, and 6.0 m west. Use the polygon method to determine your answer. Okay, so ang daming sinasabi nitong example na to. So, ang una natin gagawin, isulat muna natin yung mga direction na pupuntahan natin. So, we have 8. So, ayan yung hinahanap natin. A, B, C, D. Ang next natin gagawin, gumawa tayo ng Cartesian plane. So, mas lakihan natin kasi kailangan nyo ng malaki dito. Okay, very nice. Okay, then use. Okay, so, unahin na natin ang 5M South. So, baba tayo ng 5. Gusto natin mag-solve agad para mabilis na matapos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, dito. And then, next direction, 12.0 m east. So, pa-east na tayo ng 12. Oh, masyado mahaba talaga siya. So, bilang tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dito. Okay, andito na tayo. Okay. Medyo mahaba-haba And then, sabi pa dito, punta tayo sa 4.0 southwest. Okay, mag-southwest tayo ng 4. Baba tayo ng patagilid. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, andito na tayo ngayon. Sa may baba. And then, last direction, 6.0 m west. So, punta tayo ng 6 m sa east. Ay, sa west pala, sorry. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, nandito na yung arrow natin. And then, labelan natin. D equals 6.0 m west. Hindi ko na-label yung C. Actually guys, kahit hindi nyo na-labelan, pero ako nilalabelan ko para hindi kayo malito. And then for the last step, i-connect na natin yung point of origin and yung last na direction na puntahan natin. And ayun na yung answer natin. And the answer is, our resultant vector is 8 pa rin guys. Ayun pa rin yung ating answer. Para lang din siya kanina yung sukat sa kanina. So, ang answer natin dito is 8, di ba? Would you have arrived at the same spot had you taken the step? So, nakabalik ba tayo sa dating pinag-stepan natin sa pinakauna-una? Well, hindi. Pero malapit. Di ba? Malapit. Kasi 8 lang naman. So, that's it guys.
And lastly, we have our last topic, component method. The component method is generally used when more than two vectors are to be added. For example, Rima runs 4 meters 40 degrees at north of east, 2 meter east, 5.20 meter 30 degrees south of west, and 6.50 meters south before stopping for water break. Find the resultant displacement from where he started.
So, in here guys, sa component method, medyo magulo na tong topic na to dahil marami tayong numbers na gagamitin. And also, magko-compute tayo dito.
Pero don't worry guys, papadaliin ko para sa inyo. Kung makikinig kayo ng mabuti.
Okay, sa example 1, meron tayong mga vectors na binigay. Isulat natin. Vector. Okay. So, ayun yung mga vectors natin guys. Isulat sa taas vector and then sa baba niya. And then, create tayo ng linya. Lagay natin dito, horizontal. And sa kabila naman, sa kabila lagyan natin vertical. Okay, so ganyan. Let's solve it. So, ang una natin gagawin, gumamit tayo ng calculator para makompute natin. So, sinasabi dito sa una, 4 meters 40 degrees north of east. So, kung makikita natin sa mapa natin or sa direction, gawa tayo direction dito. So, sinasabi is north of east. So, dito siya nakatutok. So, kapag dito, ibig sabihin, double positive kasi tandaan natin kapag dito sa, meron tayong tinatawag na, ang tawag doon?
Quadrant. May tinatawag tayong quadrant. Wherein,
Kung ito, ang ating first, dito second, third, and fourth. Na kung saan, dito sa first, meron tayong positive and positive. Dito naman, negative and positive sa 2. And sa 3, meron tayong parehas na negative. And then sa 4, we have positive, negative. So, remember nyo lang to guys, itong mga ganito. Kasi kailanganin yan natin sa bawat pagko-compute. So, sabi dito, north of east. So, sa north of east, meron tayong positive and positive. So, ang gagawin natin, isulat natin ang both ng positive. Pero kapag sa horizontal, ang ilalagay natin cos and sa vertical is sign. So, ganito siya isulat guys. AX is equals to 4.0 m. Positive guys cos 40. Yan. And then sa kabila naman, isulat natin is positive din, pero sign. What I mean sign is ganito. A sub y, 4m sine 40. And then, sa calculator, isolve natin siya. Kita niyo ba, calculator? Okay. So, 4.00 cos 40 is equals, bang, 3.06. So, ang answer natin dito sa a sub x is 3.06. And then dito naman tayo sa a sub y. Ganun pa rin, 4.0, pero sine 40 is equals to 2.57. 2.57. Yan yung equals natin. Lagyan natin siya ng m kasi ayun yung sign niya. And then, ganun din lalagay natin sa letter B. Di ba sa letter B sabi dito, 2m is. So, dahil is siya, pagilid siya. So, it's positive. Kasi papunta siya sa east. And then, total wala naman siyang katulad nito sa number 1, 40 degrees north of east. Isulat na natin sa vertical is 0. B sub y is equals to 0. Kasi positive yung east natin. Which is dito na sa horizontal yung ilalagyan natin. So, B sub x is equals to 2.0 m. So, ganyan lang siya. I-determine nyo lang kung positive or negative kapag walang mga degrees, guys. And then next, 5.20 meters, 30 degrees south of west. Oh, andito yung south of west. So, meron tayong parehas na negative. So, paano natin susulat yan? C sub x is equals to negative 5.20 m. And cos 30. Bakit naging negative? Kasi guys, nandito tayo sa south of west. Both negative. Dito sa third. Di ba? Negative yan. So, dito rin sa kabila, lagyan natin C sub y is equals to negative 5.20 m sine 30. So, ganyan lang siya, guys. And then, gamit ulit tayo ng calculator. Negative 5.20 cos 30 equals 4.5. 4.50, guys. Yung dalawang number lang kuhain natin para hindi na natin ilagay ang lahat. Negative to, guys, pala negative. And then, m, negative 4.50 m. And then sa kabila naman, negative 5.20 sine 30 is equals. So, meron tayong negative 2.6 dito naman sa kabila. M. So, ganyan lang siya, guys. Gets nyo ba? Ganyan lang siya buuin. And then next, we have letter D, south. O, dahil sa pa-south tayo, papunta tayo sa negative. Dahil yung south is negative yan. So, dito sa horizontal, ang ilalagay na natin is 0 kasi nga negative siya. D sub x is equals to 0. And then sa D sub y, doon natin ilalagay yung 6.50 m. And then, tapos na ba? Hindi pa. Dahil pagkatapos natin, ito total na natin sila. Yung mga answer natin. Dito natin lagay yung answer. For the horizontal, ang gagawin lang natin dyan sa next na gagawin natin, i-compute natin yung mga naging answer natin. Kunwari, dito sa horizontal, 3.06 m plus 2.00 m plus 4.50 m plus 0. Okay. Gamit tayo ng calculator. 3.06 plus 2.00 plus negative 4.50 plus 0 is equals to 0.56 m. So, ang ating sagot is sa D sub x is positive 0.56 m. Sa sa D sub y is equals to ganun lang din, 2.57 plus 0 plus negative 2.6 plus 6.50. So, compute natin. 2.57 plus 0 plus negative 2.6 plus 6.50. Negative 6.47 or negative 6.5. Pwede na rin yun, guys. Negative 6.5 meter. So, ayan yung answer natin. Ganun lang kadali yan, guys. Hindi siya medyo madaling-madali, pero kaya naman. Next, tapos na ba? Hindi pa rin tayo tapos dyan kasi hanapin natin ang magnitude and direction. For the magnitude, meron tayong formulang D sub R is equals to the square root of D sub x. Yung answer natin sa D sub x squared plus D sub y squared is equals to, tas yung answer na natin mismo. Okay, so now, i-substitute na natin siya. So, equals, substitute lang natin. Yung EDX natin is 0.56. Tapos i-square natin siya, guys. Plus, e dy natin is negative 6.5. Negative 6 point. Ba't negative 6.5? Ay, so guys, sorry. Dito pala is negative 6.53 siya, guys. Yan. And then, dito sa, ano natin, 6.53. Okay, that's my fault, guys. And then, pagkatapos niyan, ano na natin, i-compute na natin yung squared niya. So, 0. Kasi kung may calculator ka, pwede mo idiretso to. Pero dahil manual or yung ordinary calculator lang akin, isa-isahin natin siya. So, 0.56 squared is equals to 0.3136. Plus, tapos yung isa naman tayo, negative 6.53 squared. We have 42.6409. 42.6409. And then, after that, pagpaplasin natin yung dalawa. Pagplasin natin. 0.3136 plus 42.6409. So, meron tayong makukuhang 42.9545. Tapos, after na yan, ulit, di ba, sinubstitute natin. Tapos, in-squared natin yung mga nasa loob ng parenthesis. And then, na-squared na natin, pinag-plus natin yung dalawa. So, nakakuha tayo ng 42.9545. And then, after that, i-square root natin sila. The square root of 42.9545 is equals to 6.553968264. Or, pwede na natin ilagay 6.6. I-round off natin. So, for our magnitude, we have 6.6 meters. 6.6 meters. Okay, so tapos na ba? Hindi pa kasi meron pa tayong hinahanap na direction. For the direction naman, meron tayong formula na tan minus 1. Divide natin yung ed sub y over ed sub x. So, ang gagawin na natin is mag-substitute na tayo. I-substitute na natin. So, edy natin is negative 6.53. And our ed sub x, 0.56. Is equals to, so dito guys, ulitin ko kasi nga ordinary yung calculator ko. Pero kung original calculator nyo, pwede nyo na ito i-diretso yun. Pero kung manual, ganito yung gagawin nyo. Una, i-divide muna natin. Negative 6.53 divided by 0.56 equals negative 11.66071429. So, gagawin na natin is tan negative 1 tapos negative 11.66071429. And then, pagtapos na divide na natin, i-calculator na natin. So, para magawa yung tan, pindutin yung shift, then tan. Yan na, tan negative 1 na yan. Tapos, i-type nyo 11.66071429 equals, meron tayong 85.09. So, di ba meron tayong 85.09841892. So, yun na yung answer natin, 85. Hindi na natin siya i-round off kasi kung ma-round off natin yan, yung 0 magiging 1. So, wala rin. So, 85 na lang lagay natin. 85 degrees. So, ayan na yung sagot natin. So, sa magnitude natin, 6.6 m and our direction, we have 85 degrees. Okay, for example number 2, find the resultant vector of the following forces by component method. F1 equals 15n south, F2 equals 25n 30 degrees north of west, F3 equals 15n 75 south of west, and F4 30n 50 degrees south of east. So, solve natin to. Okay, so for example number 2, isulat muna, ang gawin natin, isulat muna natin ang mga given vectors first. So, natin vector. And then, So, nasulat na natin guys. Isulat natin yung horizontal and vertical. Horizontal. Okay, so let's go. Oh, sa una, 15 and south. Isulat ulit natin yung ating map. North, east, west, south. And then, isulat din natin yung mga quadrants natin. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, 3, and 4. In quadrant 1, we have positive, positive. Quadrant 2, negative, positive. Quadrant 3, we have negative, negative. And quadrant 4, we have positive, negative. Okay, so, sa F1, meron tayong 15 and south. So, dahil pa south siya, it's negative, guys. So, sa horizontal, lalagay natin 0. And sa vertical naman, ang ilalagay natin is, wait lang, F1 equals to 15, negative 15. Bakit negative 15? Kasi nga, south tayo. And, yan. And then, for number F sub 2, we have 25 and 30 degrees north of west. So, sa north of west, yung isa negative, yung isa naman positive. So, ang gagawin natin dyan, paano? So, natin F sub 2 is what? South, north of west. Dito sa una, ang gagawin natin negative. And then dito sa vertical naman, positive kasi sa quadrant 2 natin nakatutok. So, negative 25 and cos 30. And then dito naman sa F sub 2 equals 25 and sin 30. So, ganyan siya. So, i-calculator na uli natin siya. Negative 25 cos 30. We have negative 21.65. And, syempre, lagyan natin yan. And then, sa pangalawa naman, sa vertical, 25 and sin 30. We have 12.5. 12.5. Okay, for the third naman, we have 15 and 75 degrees south of west. South, andito, and then west. So, both negative ang gagawin natin. Okay, so ilagay natin. F sub 3 is equals to negative 15 cos, 75 pala to guys. Negative 7, 15. Tama, 15. Negative 15 cos 75. And then sa kabila rin, negative. F sub 3, 15 and sin 75. So, let's compute. Negative 15 and cos 75. Negative 3.88 equals negative 3.88 and then dito naman sa kabila we have negative 15 sin 75. We have 14.48. Negative 14.48 n. So guys, huwag nyo kakalimutan yung mga negative, negative, positive, positive na yan na. Wait lang, i-ano ko. Ayan guys, yung answer natin. And then next, we have the F4. 30 and 50 degrees south of east. So, south of east tayo, south of east. So, positive yung una and negative naman yung isa. So, kabaliktaran ng isa kanina. So, ang gagawin natin, F sub 4 is equals to positive 30 and then cos 50. Dito naman, F sub 4 is equals to negative 30 and sin 50. So, let's calculate it. 30 cos 50 equals 19.28 n. And then dito na sa kabila, negative 30 sin 50. Negative 22.98 n. So, ayan yung answer natin guys para sa ating horizontal and vertical. Now, ipagpa-plus natin yung mga answer para masolve natin yung magnitude and direction. So, para sa ano natin is i-plus natin ang 0, negative 21.65, negative 3.88, and 19.28. Negative 21 plus 3.65 plus negative 3.88 negative 3.88 19.21 plus 0 is equal syntax error. Isa pa. Negative 21.65 plus negative 3.88 plus 19.28 equals 6.25 guys. Is E d sub x equals to negative 6.25. And then dito naman sa kabila, we have negative 15 minus 12.5 minus negative 14.48 and minus negative 22.98. So, negative 15 plus 12.5 plus negative 14.48 plus negative 22.98 equals, we have negative 39.96. For E d sub y, we have negative 39.96. So next guys, solve na natin yung magnitude and direction natin. So for magnitude, we have d sub r equals to the square root of d sub x squared and d sub y squared. So i-substitute na natin sila. D sub x natin, 6.25 squared plus negative 39.96 squared equals. So, di ba ordinary yung aking calculator? Ang unang natin gagawin is, squared natin ang dalawa. 6.25 squared. 39.0625. And then yung isa naman, negative 39.96 squared. We have 1,596.8016. And then, after that, pagpa-plus natin sila. So, 39.0625 plus 15, 1,596.8016 is equals to 1635.8641. Well, the square root of 1635.8641. So, after that, guys, square root na natin siya para makuha na natin yung answer ng magnitude. So, 1635, the square root of 1,635.8641 is equals to 40.44581684. So, ang gagawin na natin is, kukuhain na lang natin yung dalawang number. So, 40.44 ang ating answer. So, yan guys. Ayan yung ating magnitude. And then, for our direction, meron tayong formula na tan raised to negative 1 and then E d sub y over E d sub x. So, i-substitute na natin guys. Substitute na natin guys. So, tan negative 1, ang E d sub y natin is negative 39.96 and then ang E d sub x natin is 6.25. So, let's complete. Unang gagawin natin, kung ordinary yung calculator nyo, i-divide natin yung dalawa. Negative 39.96 divided by 6.25. We have 6.44516,129. Okay. So, tan, dito na sa baba. Equals tan negative 1 negative 6.44516,129. And then, i-type na natin siya dito sa ating calculator. Paano uli i-type? Shift and tan. Ayan na, may tan 1 na tan raised to negative 1. And then, copy lang natin yung answer natin na negative 6.445,76129. And makakuha tayo ng negative 81.19737 ay 2511. So, ang kukuhain na natin is negative 81 or pwede itong maging positive number 1. Kung ang naging sagot nyo guys is always negative sa direction, i-ano nyo yan, magiging positive na yan, direct positive. So, equals 81 degrees. Ito na ating sagot guys. For magnitude, we have 40.44 n and our direction, 81 degrees.